Welcome back to the Trades and Builders business program. We're on one of the days that actually relates to the money side of things. And for you to be able to get money, you obviously need a great credit score. You could still get money with a not so good credit score, but it's not going to work so well. So we're here with Laurence from CreditReboot. Laurence, thanks for your time again.
Thanks for having me, Miles.
Today, look, I've got a question about how would I best be prepared if I'm going to go and talk to somebody about applying for credit? What do I need to do?
Well, there's two things that you need to be careful about. One is that you need to understand whether you're applying for commercial credit, that's a line of credit with a trade supplier, or whether you're trying to buy a ute or a bobcat or a car or a house or something like that. So let's talk about if I'm going to try and finance a motor vehicle or some kind of equipment from a business, or maybe I'm refinancing my house. The smart thing to do is to protect your credit file and your credit score by getting what's called an agreement in principle on the loan approval. How do you do that? Go to a site called Equifax, and I guess we can leave the details for everyone on that. Go to Equifax, get a free copy of your file a week or two before you're about to go and apply for the finance. Take your credit file along with anything you need to support the income that you've got, and go and sit in front of the broker and say, I am not going to sign your privacy. I agree to the terms and conditions in your Privacy Act until you can approve my loan in principle. Here's my credit file. It's unchanged from this copy, which is only a week or so old. And here's my proof of income. Now, are you going to approve the loan on the basis of that? Because when you go and check my file, you're going to leave a footprint on that. And I'm not going to have my score driven down by and still have the loan rejected, because it'll make it harder to go down the road and get that again. So take your file in with you, make an effort to understand it before you go in, take your pay slips in, and get the approval in principle before you sign off on the privacy with the broker. Now, the broker or the finance guy in the car yard or the equipment yard is not going to like that. They have their systems and they dig in and they want it, but you just need to stand your ground. Remember, if he marks your file, if you sign the privacy agreement, they'll go in, they'll grab your file. That's it. It's marked, and it will stop you, or you will pay more when you go to the equipment shop or the car yard or the boat yard or whatever it is next door, because they now know that you've been up the road, and if you've been approved for finance, you probably wouldn't be there seeing them, so they're going to increase the rate. There's a whole range of reasons why you don't want these guys marking your file until they've approved the loan in principle.
I suppose these days, if they want your business, and if you're coming in prepared with the right documentation, they should take you seriously and actually.
Yeah, they should be commercial, and they should agree it in principle. If you can be commercial about it, you walk in, here's my file, you can see that it's only a week or so old, there's been no changes. You can get a copy of it after I sign your T's and C's. Here's a file, here's proof of my income or assets, whatever it is. Are we going to get a green light on it? And what's the rate? Because if you're not giving me a good rate, I'm going to go down the road. And this is a good file, by the way, broker, because we can see it's pink and fluffy. You can see I've got income. I want you to tell me the rate we're getting now before I sign off on it. Otherwise, I'm down the road. These are all very reasonable and commercially strong ways to negotiate a good term on the finance on the equipment you're looking for.
Well, thanks for your time, Laurence. And for people watching this, if they want more information, they can go to Laurence's site, which is creditreboot.com.au, and the 1300 number
is 1300 361 879.
All right. Thanks for your time, Laurence. We'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for having me, Miles.